Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jake the Fate, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review and demo on these Lace Alumitone Deathbucker pickups. So here I have a set of these Alumitone Deathbucker pickups. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take you guys to the workbench and I'm going to show you guys, break it down a little bit what these pickups are. These aren't your typical humbucker pickup. It's pretty cool how these things are made and how these things are built, because I'm a pickup guy and I like to wind my own pickups and I like to buy pickups and swap them out and do things with pickups. And I found these pickups extremely awesome and extremely interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to the workbench and I'm going to show you guys what these things are. And I'm going to do like a little wiring tutorial of how to install these onto your guitar. And I'm going to give you guys a quick little demo. And then I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on these humbucker pickups.
All right, so I guess I'm just going to do like a quick little unboxing of these pickups. The packaging, honestly, is done very nicely on the way they package this thing. And you got a little sticker. You got the screws. Got all this padding, Deathbucker right there. Very nicely packaged, the way they package this stuff. Not a lot of companies actually do that, but again, sticker. So I basically just ordered two of the same ones, so I can have a set. I don't know if there's gonna be a difference between these. I got both of the same exact pickups to install into this guitar that I'm gonna put it in. All right, so these are not like a typical humbucker pickup. I'm gonna try to explain this as simple as possible so you guys can kind of understand how this works. So basically what this is, it's a piece of aluminum that has been like laser cut. It's just one piece of aluminum that has been just like laser cut, like right over here, but it just runs across the whole thing. It's all connected. It's all connected. So the way this works, there's an electric voltage that's going on here. Since this whole thing is just one big piece of aluminum, let's say you just connect your ground wire and like a lead wire straight to this with the magnet and everything, it's gonna have very low output, if you want to put it that way. So if you look down here, there's like two pieces of ceramic magnet, and it's kind of like those like rubbery ones, like those little cheap ones that you put like on your refrigerator. So you have two right here, and then you also have two down here on this side. But up here you have like a stronger ceramic magnet on this side and on this side over here. The transformer that's over here. So how this works, basically, I don't want to rip this open. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. It's basically like two little coils that are in here. What this does, the transformer, basically just gives it more power, like a little bit more voltage. Now, it's not going to be a lot of voltage, and I don't know how this sounds, to be honest with you guys. This is the first time I'm ever trying something like this. The first time I actually ever even heard of anything like this. So I'm extremely interested on what this thing is going to sound like and how it's going to just be in general. So as you guys can see right there, there's like two little mini coils, but you have a couple wires here. You have the green one, which is your ground wire, which is connected straight onto the aluminum over here. You have this black and white one, which is connected to this coil. So one of these coils, I don't want to split it up and know which one it is. This other white one's connected to the other coil, and this orange one is your hot, your output. You would just have to ground these two onto your pot, and this is going to be your lead, your hot. And if you want to coil split this, you would have to use your white one, but I'm not going to be doing that. This is basically just going to be like a small little wiring diagram video. Now I do want to point out that in my last video, I don't know if it was my last video, but I did a video on how to solder EMG pickups into your guitar, and I must have edited it and not done it completely right. Editing the video, I must have cut something out. So a lot of people were having issues, so I am going to be redoing that whole video. And I've been called a lot of things in my life, but I've never once been called a donut. Somebody left me a comment saying that, so that was pretty sweet of you. Thank you very much for calling me a donut. Thank you. So the guitar that I'm going to be installing this into is my Solar guitar, Explorer shape. I did a review on that a couple weeks ago. But you are going to need 250K pots. All right, so what I have here so far, what I did, normal wiring here. I'm using the same wires that came with the guitar, so This blue one is basically like the 2-in-1 where there's like a braided wire with the white wire that's in there. So the braided wire is my ground to this ground, and then this white one goes to this terminal here, and it goes to the terminal right across from this one right over here. So those go right there. And then I just connected this capacitor from the ground to the center lug right there, the center terminal right there. And I connected my output jack. Pretty standard right there. I'm gonna be using this 3-way selector switch that came with the guitar. And I know it's a lot of weird wiring. It's because where it's positioned, it runs across through the pickup cavity and all that crap. Anyways, so the way I'm gonna wire this yellow one is gonna be my neck pickup. This black one's gonna be my bridge. And then this white one is braided from the ground. And the white one is gonna be my output. So how this is gonna work, this is gonna go straight onto this output right here on the tone pot, and then this is going to go straight onto the ground, and then these two are going to go straight onto your pickup. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Again, I'm only doing this outside of the guitar so you guys can actually see it real quick. So now I'm just going to grab the pickups. We're just going to connect the wires straight onto it. So I'm going to say this is my bridge and this is my neck. Oh my god. So like I said, this black and white one is ground. So is this green one. So we're just going to ground those on top of the pot. You would ground these two straight onto your pot. Like so. They don't say to put them together, but I'm just going to do it. Why not? Because I'm a fucking peanut. Oh, you fuck. That's going to go straight on top of the pot. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one, which is going to be my neck pickup. I know it's horrible soldering. I need to get a new tip. Get your pickups, everything grounded. Now, what you're going to want to do is grab these orange ones. If you're not going to be doing it like this, the way I'm going to be doing it, you would just, if let's say this is a lot closer to you in your pickup cavity over here, you would just basically connect those, boom, straight onto your selector switch. But since this thing has a huge distance, I have to connect it to these lead wires. So this is going to be my bridge, which is going to be my yellow one. And I'm going to just, boom, put those together. Solder those in place. And then you put some heat shrink tubing. Same thing for the other pickup. Black and orange. Solder that, heat shrink tubing, done. Now, like I said, these two other white wires, if you guys have like a little mini toggle switch, or if you guys have a coil split, you can use this as to coil split. It's not gonna really coil split because you can't coil split these. It's just gonna change the resistance. This pickup is 5k ohms, 5.0k ohms. It's just gonna split it in half, so it'll just be like 2.5. Like I said, I don't really know how this is gonna sound since it's only 5k ohms and it's supposed to be like a metal type of pickup. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in how this thing sounds. So all I'm gonna do now is just like wire it up and see if this thing works. Plug this sucker in, see if this thing works. What the frig? Okay. All right, see if this thing works. Neck, bridge. Oops. Sound. Sound. All right. There's a lot of wiring diagrams out there. So if you guys just, scan this QR code right here, you just get the wiring diagram right there. It's pretty simple. So I just wanted to make a quick little video. All I'm going to do now is just basically put this into the guitar, wire it up, and give you guys a demo of how this thing sounds, and give you guys my final thoughts on these pickups.
All right, so there it is, the Alumitone lace Deathbucker pickups. Like, as you guys saw, these pickups aren't like your normal typical humbucker pickups or any kind of, standard pickups. Personally, for me, when I first heard about, these Alumitone pickups, I was pretty amazed because I was like, I've never heard of anything like it. Like I've said, I wind my own pickups, I buy pickups, and I swap them out, and I like to mess around with stuff. So when I heard about how these things are built and made, it really intrigued me, and especially because it's called Deathbucker. I'm a big metal player, and I'm into like all that weird shit. And my expectations at the beginning when I first got them, or when I first heard about them, were pretty high. Because I tried not to really, watch videos or try to see anything so I can, figure it out myself. But I did do some research on their website just so I can have some kind of information of how these things are made and stuff like that. But honestly, after, playing with it for a while, I'm not really that much into them just because the characteristic of them, they're both obviously the same exact pickups. They do sound obviously different because of the way it's positioned. On the bridge, you start playing down here, it's going to sound very trebly. Over here sounds very bassy, so you're going to have that difference. I do enjoy these pickups. I wouldn't buy another set. The reason why I'm impressed and I actually do enjoy them, I feel like it's all mental, just because the fact that you know how a guitar pickup looks and how it sounds and all that. The fact that it's, aluminum and it's got a transformer in it, in your brain you're like, whoa, but it's not a typical guitar pickup, so this does sound pretty cool. And that's how it is kind of for me when I started playing with them, because I'm like, in my head I'm like, whoa, 5K ohms. I'm thinking this thing's gonna sound worse than a single coil. I strummed the chord and I was like, whoa, this thing was not what I expected. But it kind of was, because the word Deathbucker just gave me that little bit of hope. Highly recommend it to you guys if you guys are interested in guitar pickups and you guys like to mess around with swapping pickups and you guys are into guitar pickup winding and stuff like that. Just because. So, I do give it some credit, the way it's built and the way it's made. But in terms of tone and stuff like that, it's really not that impressive, because I've got guitar pickups that I've made myself, and I'm not saying that like I make the best guitar pickups, but I'm saying I've made my own pickups. I bought in pickups. I got a set of pickups that MJ from Seymour Duncan has wound for me on this Jackson Soloist, which is probably one of my main guitars that I use almost on a daily basis. But like I said, there's certain guitars and certain pickups that I personally would buy again. Like, a set of EMGs, I'd probably buy like 2, 3, 4 sets. Seymour Duncans, I'd probably buy the same set, put them on different guitars, just because I really enjoy some of those pickups. But with this one, I probably wouldn't go and buy another set. One, because they are pretty expensive. So one of these pickups costs around $130. And I don't know if they sell them by the set or not, because I tried getting it on their website by the set, but they didn't have them. So I had to order them individually. So after taxes and shipping and stuff like that, it came around to be around $300, so that's pretty expensive for a set of pickups. But like I said, it's, as a metal guitar player, you hear the word Deathbucker. It's like when the Hellmelter came out, I had to order it the same day because I was like, it's pretty metal, But it's all subjective, you guys choose whatever you guys want on your guitars, and I honestly would recommend you guys to even try these or buy them, just to have them at least one set on one of your guitars. It's something new and it's something different that I personally have never tried or I've ever heard. It was something cool and interesting for me to just experiment with. I highly recommend you guys, if you guys are experimental, try these out, see if they're good for you. If not, you can sell them on the Facebook market or eBay or something. So I hope you guys found this video useful and helpful in any way, shape, or form. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. That's all I do on this channel: guitar reviews, guitar builds, guitar wiring stuff, anything guitar related. That's all I do on this channel. So with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.